Yeah. What's up? What's up, my people? How we doing? Hey, Stars, listen, I run into some difficulty, every traffic. I don't know. Hey, I don't know. Let's go though. Anyway, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun today. We're gonna have fun. Listen, all right, so a lot happening, a lot's going on, lots going on, lots going on, a lot of things going on. I'm converting today because a lot of people is gonna travel, and so we have to prepare before we go out traveling. So if you're going to another country, say you're going to London or you're going to Canada, you're going to the Cayman Islands, you have to know, okay, you got to get the money divvied out properly. So I'm pretty sure Thanksgiving is coming up, Christmas is coming up. So I want to give you a heads up before you start traveling. Say, hey, man, if you're going to London, right now the exchange rate there is probably, I don't know, a dollar 37 US dollar to one British pound sterling. I don't know. Hey, I'm not saying buy, sell, or trade anything on this channel. I'm just here to give you the facts. We talk, we hang out, you know, give me some feedback, we share comments. Hey, I know first, I want to say thanks to everyone out there who support my channel. My dog making a lot of noise. Sorry. Thanks to everyone out there who supports the channel. Thanks to everyone out there who show me love. Please click the like. Please subscribe. Do these things so we can keep it going. I want to say love to all the guys out there. Benzine got the guys do their thing. We got Keon and Chris do his thing. We got Larry does his thing. Zip Trader. Stock Curry, all these guys out there doing their thing. I want to say thanks for just working with me, and I just want to say I'm grateful for able to do this and share this platform with everyone out there. So yeah, back to the traveling. So Southwestern Airline, they're also making some changes. They got earnings coming up, but I don't really know if this is a catalyst that's gonna help them to get push things further in this month. I think it's the 27th of October. I'm not so sure, but yeah, Southwestern Airline is making some adjustment. They said the passengers gonna love it. So if you wanna check that stock out, get in, get out. If you wanna, I'm not saying buy, sell, trade anything. And one more thing, remember, Robinhood is a investment app. You can buy and sell stock commission free. Getting started is easy. Find a company you love, hey, and invest it. Just invest in it for as low as $1. Say you got uninvested cash in your account. They give you competitive interest rate also. So, the first stock for free when you download Robinhood anyway. And to Jamaicans out there, east, west, north, and south, to all the Jamaicans out there, Caribbean, we got Mexico, we got Brazil, we got all these family out there, hey, and it's just one happy family. Anyway, start investing. Now, regardless what country you're in, just start investing, start putting that money in the economy, start buying to, companies, start seeing how it works. This little investment that you do, it can put your country in a different place in this time with everything that's going on. And, so start taking the opportunity to start investing in your future, for your kids, for your family. It's real. I know it's challenging if you're just working, at a little store, you're just cleaning houses and stuff like that. I know it's kind of challenging for you to try to scrabble, $5 or $10, but Christmas is coming up, and I know, I used to send whatever I could for my family back in Jamaica. I used to send them whatever I could, if it was $50, $20, $100, what, $80, $60, whatever I could. Sometimes I'd break up $200 and send $50 a piece to everyone there that I could stretch it to. So I know it is. So when I'm thinking like when you get that money now, seeing as this platform is opened up so wide that you can start investing. So when you get like, $50 from a relative from New York, you get a $50 from a relative from Cayman Islands, you get a $50 from your family member that's in Canada. Then you just open up a JC account. If you're in Jamaica, I don't know what's the exchange like is in Mexico, nor Bulgaria, nor Peru, nor Brazil. You know, I don't know what their setup platform is, but I'm talking like for Jamaicans out there that you know you're not we're not accustomed or used to this kind of platform. So right now you just got to make use of it because it's really it's simple to get started. Like I say, you can download the Robinhood app. You can check my channel. You can see the description in it. And you can use my link, and that will help my channel, and that will help you know with us going further together. The more you watch, the more likes. A matter of fact, go ahead and click the like button right now. Just go ahead and click the like button, subscribe, and let's keep it going. We're one family. Anyway, so when you get your little money from when you get the money like $50 this Christmas, you're gonna get some money this Christmas. I hopefully, and you can invest $5 in one of the companies there. You got Carib Cement, you got Sherwin Williams, you got Carreras, and I was checking out Carreras a couple days ago, and so if you're in Jamaica, remember Carreras was normal home resorts like San Susalito, Gran Lido, um, all these different resorts. So you know one of the things too you want to check before you start investing in a company. I'm not saying buy, sell, or trade anything. I'm just giving you some stuff. Anyway, so before you start investing in a company, you want to look. Okay, what are they selling? Are they selling medicine? Okay, what kind of medicine are they selling? And how much people are gonna buy it? And which hospital use this medicine? And then you look for stuff like that. And then like you look for who's the investor in the company. Who are these investors? You want to check out their market cap, and you want to check out if they're doing the PE ratio. If it's like for in America, if it's like 20 or up or 25 or something like that, that's kind of high. But if you've seen a PE ratio like maybe 6.5, 7, 8, 9, 10, somewhere there, it's it's playable. It's good to play with that. But anyway, you want to check out who's the investor too. Like when I see a company that I see Berkshire in, you know, I see Fidelity, and I'm like, if you're in America, I'm like, oh yeah, cool, because these guys know some stuff that I don't know, so it's kind of like, all right, I'm gonna take a chance here, because either way you have to gamble, and you have to take a chance, but not just like, oh, but after you do your research and get your information and be like, okay, I got full faith and confidence in it. Until you have to pay attention to, like, not so much the stock when you buy it, but just to what the investors are doing, and what else they're investing in and stuff like that. But like I was saying, once you get the $10 or the $50 from America this Christmas, or if Canadian, or you're getting some from Britain, put $5 in investment. It's easy. Just download the app. You have your information ready. And I always go back to day one. I used to be, when I was in Jamaica as a kid, I used to see. I see the guys that come from, when in Kingston, they got their big stereo and all these, guys going to studio, making music and 45s and LP and stuff like that. And, when I get mature and I see the guys that used to be such, nice entertainer to listen to, and you see them struggling, and, you think to yourself like, man, they don't have to do like GoFundMe page and stuff like that. And you're thinking, back then it was kind of harder for like producers and getting 45s to sell and getting LP records to sell and stuff like that. Like Bob Marley. When Bob Marley started out, when he left St. Anne's and came to Kingston, it was hard for Bob Marley to start out too. He left from St. Anne's and came to Kingston with nothing practically, and he wanted um, when he started singing and wanted help to get his records out and stuff like that. It was very challenging for him too. He had to like I think he had a cousin or some kind of relative there in Jamaica at the time who owned a construction company. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't. I don't know. But yeah, he had a cousin or some relative that owned a construction company, and I think he had went to the relative, but I didn't think he got any support, and so a lot of his he did a lot of is delivering his record, I think, on the back of a motorcycle. Like they used to have some whole motorcycle back in the time. They call them Honda 50. It kind of looked like a scooter, but it's more very thin. I don't know which country that Honda 50 come from. If it's a Honda, so probably it was built and manufactured in Japan, maybe. But you know, when you listen to those guys like that around Bob Marley, you had guys like Jacob Miller and a lot of other artists after them who came up, and they they made a lot of money. I mean, it wasn't much, but imagine if they had known how to invest in platforms like this, and was able to you know was able to to have it to lean back on or to use the career once a career got died down a little bit, because we all know how the entertainment business work. You have one guy doing really good this minute, one girl doing good this very minute, and then there's always a next beat, there's always a next dance, there's always next vibes, there's always a next going on. So you know and once entertainment is just art. It's challenging, because you always have a next DJ, and you always have a next star in the making and a next dance. And so when your opportunity come within the entertainment world, you just got to utilize and save as much as you can, and put a lot of the money in investing in some. So that's why I'm saying to you right now, like, if you have not started investing, start investing. Start here right now, and it's made simple. I mean, it's really simple, but two, it's you're gonna find a stock sometimes that you buy, and you're gonna you might gonna choose not choose. You're gonna choose the wrong one. And sometimes you end up choosing the wrong one, and that's kind of really good, because that's you're gonna learn, like, okay, maybe I don't need to pick an innovator stock. Maybe I don't need to pick that one, because there's 11 different sectors, and I was kind of breaking down like ETF too, like I was trying to break down the ETFs, and I was looking at ETFs, and then like I noticed the different sectors. So you have 11 different sectors, and then ETF has like 10 different sectors in the ETF, so 10 different, companies. And so, like, you read, like, okay, energy, and you read energy, and, like, okay, they'll tell you about what's in energy, and then it's kind of like they're saying there's a network or other company that's in energy. So, energy is energy, and then you have a network of energy companies that's in this one energy. So that's one. And then you have healthcare, and then there's like another network of companies that's in the healthcare. So that's when you break down like the ETFs and stuff like that. So it's kind of it, like it's like it's like ETF is a it's like you have 11 sectors, but within ETF you got another layer of sectors. But I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. But I was saying, start investing. You can do ETFs. You can do the S&P 500. You can do one, but you have to learn the stock first. They have day trading, swing trade, and you have to learn stock first. You have to, like, when you go to the store with your basket, you got to put one item in, and then you ask how much for this one item, and then you think about this one item, if it's going to serve you a couple of days, a week, or how long this one item is going to serve, how long a pound of sugar is going to serve you. Do you need a pound of sugar today? Do you need a pound of rice today? And when are you going to cook this pound of rice, or what are you going to make with this flour? But I don't know. So you have to start with one stock first if you're new to investing. And there's a lot of people out there that's not new to this. And I thank you for watching. I thank you for listening. Please set a trend, subscribe, hit my like button. It's okay. Just hit the like button. Anyway, so you got to start investing either way. Select one stock, and then once you select that one stock, then you play with it. You get to know it a little bit, and then from there you can step up to ETFs. The S&P 500, and then you can move on to your day trading. You can, but all these are just layers. So you have to start the very first layer, which is one stock, and find something out of the 11 sectors that you like. What do you like? Medicine, energy, consumers, reciprocal. I think. What do you like? What do you like? Like REITs, like real estate. What do you like? Technology. It's about what you like. One more thing too, like they were saying, we'll possibly gotta have to pay more for mail. So when you're selling gift this Christmas, look forward for that. There possibly an increase in the UPS or U.S. Postal Service. So look forward stuff like that. And I don't know if y'all watch the football this weekend, but if y'all watch the football, they were saying. I know, like they were saying, Baltimore did their thing. So, I catch bits and pieces of it here and there. You know, um, one news too though that was last week that was kind of interesting was, Roger Federer, calling it quits. Roger Federer, who play lawn tennis. I watched him and he's. Yeah, I used to watch. Well, I used to watch Sampras and Agassi, and but living in Jamaica, you want to see these things, but you could only get, maybe 2 minutes, 2 minutes on the black and white TV if this guy is playing. You're like, you watch a little bit of, Sampras there, a little bit of Agassi here, trying to keep up with, who's what, and so saying that, you got Andy Raddick, which is a U.S. lawn tennis player, and I watched him maybe 3, 4, 5 years ago. He's good at serving. He serves some nice ace when he's playing at times. Like watching him, his service are just quick. It's kind of like a fast bowler. It's just his aces are like you can't stop his aces. It's hard to stop his aces. Nadal is also a good lawn player, but Federer, I don't want to compare him to Agassi, but Federer used to have just this unique way of putting you everywhere over the court while he's just simply just like hitting ball backhand or forehand. It's just he'll have you running both sides of the court. Just it's really, if you go back and watch some of Roger Federer clips and videos, it's really interesting. So, guys like him retiring, those guys also have special talent, you know, really, really, really special talent, like good talent, you know, you know, yeah, when you watch Serena them play, when you watch all the hit the ball, and it takes a lot of work, and like sometimes they say athletes get a lot of money, but it's a lot of sacrifice too. You have to eat vegetables, a lot of chicken, a lot of less fat. Just like sometimes you just really want a burger. You can't really just have what you want. It's a sacrifice that, and is the workout is not easy. So guys who are athletes, and their thing is not easy. It's just because we're not in that field doing what they're doing, but it's not easy either. So you know, it's a way of their life though, and their span also only go for a while too, because you know once injury set in, it's kind of like like a soccer player. I don't know how it is for football players, but I know for a soccer player, sometimes once you get your toes, once you get your toe, your big toe really stepped on, once you get once you ring your ankle, once your foot get broke, once they break your foot on a game, or you got your foot broken in a game or whatever, it's it's not easy to come back from getting those kind of injury. It's kind of hard because like then your speed is not, when you get your foot broke or broken, it's not, once it even set back, it's just like I watched a lot of players like I got their foot broke, like I want to say, I don't want to really want it, like Aaron Ramsey, that played for Arsenal one time, and I really liked that player, and I felt like he was just never the same. I felt like it after, I think it was Cresswell who broke his leg from Stoke City. Well, I don't know, but I think never he never had that sharp edge like he used to. But anyway, just a lot of respect to all the athletes out there. Whether you play football, you know, whether you play basketball, lawn tennis, golf, whatever, it's not easy. It's a lot of sacrifice. So, you know, but just watch my channel and go ahead and click the like button and subscribe. And just go ahead and do it right now, so that way, we keep this going. Anyway, so a few more things. Like you're saying, it's flu season. So everyone out there, please go get your flu shots. Um, so flu shots, flu season. So, so you have to follow the trend like this. Okay, where are we going to go get the shot? Are we going to CVS? Okay, how much CVS selling for? What does the stock look like for CVS? But I'm not so sure. I'm not saying buy or sell anything. Anyway, so it's a super vaccination. So it's like an upgrade flu vaccination from what the regular one used to be. So for more information, I think it's Dr. John Torres. To look him up, see about the new flu super shot, and what he has to say. I talk about the hurricane, Julie, that's stirring up, but it's just a storm. It ain't nothing big. They're saying Baltimore did a thing. Like we're saying, it's fire prevention week. So before I leave the house, I normally do a 5 check. I look at my stove and I'm like, okay, we have 5 knobs on the stove. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do a 5 check. So before you leave your house, do a 5 check this week for the firefighters. Let them take it easy a little bit. It's going to possibly be a lot of, hopefully not, but the winter is probably gonna get real crazy, and once it gets crazy, we get a lot of ice. We want to go places, and we're gonna slide off the road. They're gonna have to come, and all of that happens. But I don't know. Just go ahead and click my like button. Anyway, let's keep it going. They're still fighting in Ukraine. Man, they're still fighting in Ukraine. Like, it's just, I don't know, like, really, like, Zelensky's not even, Zelensky is not, he's serious also. There's something, and you know what? There's some kind of layer, there's some kind of layer there between all these guys that it's beyond you and I, and it's beyond the world. This between these guys are something different now. It's not just oh, we're gonna sign some papers. But I don't know. Just click the like button and subscribe. Anyway, but yeah, these guys, it's some more going on. Um, it's become it was at a level that it could have possibly talked about earlier, but for some odd reason, it's it's something going on, and it's something. There's probably something beyond just what we hear in the news. It's probably something closer to their home, their bother, their their thoughts and mindset. And as much as the world is possible want to talk, they're probably just not even listening. But I don't know. Anyway, well, so they're saying like right now where they cut, you know, the economy is inflation and stuff like that. But I always think at the end of the day we have to still go out and do our best for our family, regardless if what's happening around us. We've been through COVID, and so hey, COVID shut the world down. Um, so you know we're able to go out, we're able to see each other, we're able to laugh, we're able to go out, and we're able to see each other, and that's really important. We're able to laugh again. We're able to go to the store. Just take a look back for a minute, like when COVID was here, like you had to stay. Like when you look out on the street, there was no cars. There was absolutely no cars. And if there was one car on the street, on the road, you that car was driving real fast or real slow. So, but that time is past, So that time is past. So, now we're in a different spot, and we have to keep our hopes looking forward to, like how we look sometimes. Yeah, well, a lot of people look forward to the weekend, just get a break. We've got to look forward to Thanksgiving. We got to look forward to Halloween. You're going to be happy, able to dress up in a costume. That's going to get a lot of this kind of, thoughts out your way a bit. Thanksgiving, you're able to see your family. And remember, before you start traveling, you know, check out the rate. Depends on where you're going. Sort out your U.S. dollars, sort out your British pound sterling. See how much the British pound is. I don't know where you're going. Um, I don't know if you're going to Europe. You could be going to, I don't know, the British pound sterling right now. I think it's $1.13. So you gotta have like maybe $1.13 U.S. dollars to buy one of the British pound sterling. Um, yeah, you can have like $1.13. But I used to remember when the British pound was like you had to have $1.50 US dollar or a dollar. I remember you had to have like $1.50. I think it's $1.50 or $1.40 or $1.35 US dollars to buy one British pound sterling. So kind of convert the money over before you go traveling. Also, Canada too. You have to. I think Canada's right now to a British pound. Um, it's like $1.51. So try to get your money converted over before. You got Argentina peso. That's like 149 dollars to one US dollar. You know, I remember also, when you get when you're in Jamaica, you get like 20 pound sterling pound from when you get 20 sterling pound from England. You felt like whoa. You felt like whoa. This is good. This is a lot of money right here. You used to get sometime 20 US dollars. That was I think it was $700. You could get $500-600 back then. But now everything's changed a little bit. But anyway, for all my home run time out there, I still have to stay in the home run. I'm doing energy. So, energy we gotta still look at energy because we are gonna get cold. We can't stop the cold. We still gotta go to places. We still gotta go to Walmart. We still gotta go to Costco. We still gotta go to the dollar store. Well, so and we're gonna still have to send gifts here and there, even if it's just one. So some of those are companies that you can look into. And like I said, I like Walmart. Like Ingles and those stores, like those are some of the stores that those are some of the stores that make your community what it is. Because you look at some of the Walmart stores, and when you look at how much employees, if you look up this, how much employees they have, you're like, wow, they have so much employees, and the employees like it's from around from around your community, and they're the ones who they're packing up night, packing out the groceries and stuff like that, and so those stores that like build those are what our community build on, and then if you notice when there's a Walmart, then there's always 5 6 different stores around there, around that store also. And the same thing goes for Ingles. Like when you see stores like Ingles, you see 5 6 different shopping centers besides stores like those, because those are what those are like the pillar of the community. Those are what makes our community you know go function here and there. But so all my family, we got still look up Exxon, still look up Chevron, still look up Shell, and like I was saying, the Phillips 66. A lot of people, you don't hear about Phillips 66 that much. You don't hear about Valero so much either. You don't hear about well, you hear about British Petroleum, but then there's another one, Brazil Petroleum. That was, I think, a month ago. That was like $9, and I'm pretty sure it's probably up to something like $12 or $11 now. I'm not so sure if it's up that much. I've gone down back, but I had that on the radar. You have Marathon Petroleum also, and that company's been around from 1887. They're paying a dividend of 2.17, but British Petroleum though dividend is 4.26. You just have to just not, you have to take opportunity of that. And same for Philip 66. Their dividend is 4.09%. So per share, you have to swing on that. Like, what I mean, you have, and with the PE ratio for, like I was saying about the PE ratio, all these energy companies, their PE ratio is like 10 and under, all of them 10 and under. Marathon is PE ratio is 7.22. Valero is 6.54. All these guys, all these energy company, their PE ratio is very low and paying a good dividend. So, you know, one step at a time. And then you got the dollar cost averaging. So, what happened is right now is, so like, okay, everything is down. Inflation, all these stocks are down. But this is the time to, like, they might go further. Yes, but this is a good time to buy. I'm not saying buy, sell, or trade anything, because once it becomes a bull market again, what do you think's gonna happen? All these that are down so low, they're just gonna start rising. They're just gonna go up. So yes, it's challenging right now, and it has to be challenging, you know. But if you can dollar cost averaging in a company that you love or that you like, because we're not going to stay beer forever. We got 4 seasons, like Nightingale says, I think. Or, we got 4 seasons. So we're not going to stay in a beer for forever. We're going to blow out sometimes, And furthermore, you know, they probably, like you said, they see how resilient we are. And maybe hopefully, they make changes coming up before Thanksgiving. That would kind of push the whole nation into a nice little, Christmas position and stuff like that. So, um, I, we just hope, because that's all we can do at the end of the day is just hope everything that just goes well with everything. So, from a long-term investors out there, this is a time, for right now, if you want to do some, grocery store, some, dollar store, some energy for sure, because if it's not one, it's the other. And I think too, like, maybe at some point they might get coal and start using coal again, because you also got there's a lot of wind, what do you call it, wind farm going on, natural, where they're going to use wind to generate energy and store all of this. There's a lot of wind farm out there elsewhere. There's a lot of other places, other shores, where they're doing, making, creating and manufacturing wind turbine and stuff like that. Because what's going to happen probably is, or should happen at some point, is, you know once we find something that works, because right now we depend on energy a lot. So once they find something that really works, we can break it in half, so we can use energy, and then we can use either wind, cold, or sun. So we have two source of energy. You know, it's kind of like having two different charger for one phone from two different companies. But I don't know. But so that way we don't solely depend on one, and we have to establish that kind of platform. And the longer we take to establish that kind of platform, is the longer this situation is going to go on with. But I don't know. I don't know. It's just like right now they'll say, okay, crypto, and you have the dollar. And it's gonna be a fork. But dollar is still gonna be here with crypto, with cryptos going and doing its thing, regardless, because we're gonna have the nation, the people. We're gonna have two sets of people, unless you start investing now, then you might be left behind with some of with the direction of where things are really going. So download the Robinhood app. Getting started is easy. Find a company you love, invest in it for $1. You can buy and sell stock and ETFs commission free, and invest the cash in your account. They give you a competitive interest rate, and the first stock free when you download the Robinhood app. Hey, and go to my thing and like and subscribe. Like, hey, hey, you know. So anyway, um, they have to, once they like find, because it's been years since it's going on. So right now we have EV, and EV is gonna like, okay, the more competitive it's get, the more we all, I mean, some is gonna able to afford it, some are not gonna able to afford it. But there are gonna be companies just like everywhere else that are gonna make EV for people who cannot afford the $30,000 car, the 30 or there's going to be companies that's going to have to make EV cars affordable for poor class of people also. Once it's going, but it's possibly going to take a long time. Anyway, it's going to not take a very long time, but it's going to take a while. So we're going to still have two. We're going to still have two, we're going to still, but it's going to be very hard for the companies who are doing fuel to convert over to EV. It's going to be challenging because now it's kind of like you're put in a situation that you're going to have to manufacture two different types of vehicle. You got to keep up with the trend over here and then start to keep up with this trend over here, at the same time. So they're going to be borrowing and spending a lot. So, but this has to go one way or the other. It has to like sort out at some point with like when you have your country, you see your country like, okay, is I like you have your house and like, okay, you have your home and you're like, man, I've got to, you know, I've got to keep doing that over there. I don't think the family like when we keep doing that, and then so then you have to say, okay, you're gonna make adjustment to now you can change of how so you don't keep doing that same thing. So you may, okay, and if so, so it's the same. We got to probably one day they have cold, one day, or we have wind or some, but the roads gotta, we gotta split it so that way we can have, so that we're not too much in one. We're so set end up in this one position with no option, and the option is not dictated by yourself. You cannot dictate the option. You have to succumb to whatever, because of you're in demand of the product or supply. But I don't know. Um, Besides that, but there are possible, stuff that we can, like, there's things can change, and maybe things will change, and maybe we'll use cold again, or maybe we'll use cold again. Maybe we'll use um, wind. Maybe we use natural gas. But we have to. We have to. figure out how we can have two-way two-way energy system to supply. We got to commit, I guess, to two or three. Well, the dollars is gonna be spread out thin. So if you do two or three, I mean, we got solar, we got, you know, so, we have to figure out like what, like, what we are going to stand on our own with. Like, is it wind? You know, is it, we just have to figure out, like, so that way the people here in America can, um, you know, get past this unnecessary distraction. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, subscribe, click the like. Hey, just we have to like, subscribe, and like. But either way, remember, get out and get your flu shot. Remember, you know, start investing. Investing starts in you. In you. That's where investing starts, within yourself. Um, it's like you go into the store. You get up to go to the store. Now you're gonna take $5 and you're gonna start investing. You're gonna click the like button. You're gonna subscribe. You're gonna show me some love. Um, I'm doing a fundraiser for St. Jude's, for the kids there that goes through this struggle at St. Jude's. I'm doing a fundraiser for that. It's on Facebook. If you want to donate something, that would be nice to donate. I actually started donated maybe 3 years ago. I was driving and I heard it come on the radio in the truck, and they said they needed, support, they needed donation. And so for 3 years or more, I've been donating $20 every month to the St. Jude's research facility. So all through COVID, and sometimes I was broke, and the last was in it, and it was the thing that I just looked at. I let them deduct the $20 each month from my account, because it's just one of those things that you do. You give. It's not the kids' fault that they have some kind of sickness, or they're born with that kind of sickness. It's not their fault. It just happened, and I'm not rich, but I figure I could, whatever way you could help, because being ill is very serious. Yeah, being ill is real serious. And then when, as a parent, think of a parent, you have your kid and they got brain cancers, you know, everything about you just went out the window right there. You ain't putting on no fine angles. You ain't putting up no eyebrows. Once your kid has brain cancer, it's just like, dad going a different mode, mom mind is in a different mode, and you have to be strong to get through stuff like that. Your kid have a brain cancer, and something of that, and they have to be in a facility like that, and you're traveling, say the facilities in Ohio, and you're traveling from North Carolina back and forth, going there spending time, going to the surgeries, you come back home, work a little bit, go back there, watch them go through the therapy session. It's not like you can call them and say, hello, how sometimes it's all different. So, you know, once, a parent is going through that kind of situation, especially mom, because, you know, the it's like with mothers, they got this connection with the child because the child grew inside them. And so they have this kind of connection that, as a dad, you have a connection, but, a different kind of connection with your kid. But with mothers, they got this, I can feel your connection through the kid. Whereas we can, as a dad, possibly you can see, I want to put it, maybe you can see the kid's feelings and you can understand the kids' feelings by just looking at them. Possible. That's how possible dads can identify the different feelings of their child and stuff like that. But then when it comes on to like a mother, I think they literally can just like feel what's happening inside of the kids from that, just possibly hearing their voice or just, you know, not even looking at much as their expression, but just maybe from their footsteps in the house, the way they walk and stuff like that. Those are some details that mothers picks up that, you know, that we kind of like, we watch your face, we look at your face, we kind of use our eyes to establish where your head's at or where your mind's at or stuff like that. But I don't know. Anyway, hope everyone is having a good day. I hope you don't click my like button down there. I hope you click the like button. You have to click the like button. So, to my Jamaicans out there, remember, download the JSC app. Please download the JSC app and start investing. I listen to guys like Alkaline Vibes, Cartel. All these guys that when you're there, that does take the dancehall. Sean Paul, Shaggy, started out with Shabba Ranks, you know, all these entertainers that, put Jamaica on the map, put Jamaica in a place to where the world can see Jamaicans and see Jamaica. Like, Bob Marley, what he did, like, it's kind of like, was it George Washington did for the States, for like, for like what Patrick Henry did, like for what Martin Luther King did, by putting, what their thoughts and beliefs was. And at the time, I don't know if they understand what they're doing, that it would have the result and the impact, but it made a difference for you and it made a difference for me, which now it's about what difference will we make, and will it be as constructive? Will it be as firm of a foundation? Will it be something as strong as what they did? Um, but what they did got us here. What are we doing? to take us there. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Um, you know, I listened to Churchill, and with his voice, the way he says it, you know, but that was a period of time that they were going through where you have to come out and talk to your people, and you have to get your people to fight for you and die for you. And he was willing. I don't know if somebody wrote the speech, or if it was something he wrote himself, but it's maybe a speech like those are the speech that really set the level, that set the tone. So now is what we will build. Will we build, like, what will we build at this time 20 that will be remember that would set a foundation as firm and as strong, like the Washington, the Henrys, the Luther King, the Churchill, them guys, is it because we've got the resource, we've got the tools, we've we've got the tools, we've got what they see, like they were making the tools for us to work with. I think. I think that's how it is. They were like making the tools for us to work with to build something bigger that we couldn't. Like they could see what we needed to build, but they couldn't build it themselves. So they created and left us the tools. So we have the tools to create and build a bigger or more, not only bigger, but more durable, durable, more something that will last for time and time and time, that we in this century, what we leave for them. Like they made the tool for us, so now we've got the tools. What will we do with the tools? Well, I don't know. Click the like button. I got to pay bills and all the other stuff. All the other stuff. So like and subscribe and be nice. And be nice. But anyway, so remember, when you leave out to travel, if you're going to France, Bulgaria, Bermuda, Venezuela, Belize, Russia, but I don't know if you're but if you're going to Cameroon, if you're going to South Africa, Nigeria, if you're going to India, Japan, China, wherever it you choose to go, Jamaica, St. Kitts, Peru, Brazil, Argentina, wherever you plan to go, please, you go to the Convert Exchange website, see how much the currency is for where you're going. So if you know that Great Britain is like to buy one British pound sterling. If you know, like, okay, I need to have $1.25 or $1.37. If you got to buy Canadian bucks, you need to have, you know, for Canadian to buy, or Cayman Island. I know Cayman Island was like you had to have like $1.15 to buy a Cayman dollar. But wherever you're planning to go to the exchange rate and try convert it before you get, so that way you can have that money. You can do I think you can get the money convert. You got to check your bank, see if your bank can convert it before you go, because sometimes the airport is it's a little bit tricky at the airport sometimes. It used to be. I don't know. I'm not saying buy, sell, or trade anything, you know. But I do know that it used to be a little bit tricky when you go to the airport to to get exchange your dollars to the country that you're planning going. So it can get somewhat, you know, tricky there. But if you check with your bank before you go to see if your bank can convert the money over. Say you're going to Argentina, you need some pesos before you get there. You talk with your bank and say, is it possible for you to convert my US dollars to pesos, or do I need to do it at the airport? You know, because once you get into the country, the rate can be different. I think the rate can go up once you get in the country that you're going in, and then it gets real complicated because then you get in the country, then you got to find somewhere that's selling the rate, and anywhere they're selling the rate, they can be, there's, that where you don't want to run into getting. I'm not saying robbed or jacked or anything like that, but you don't want to run into a situation where you get there, now you need to change, you need to buy something at the store. They're not taking the US dollar, they're taking the pesos, or they're taking sterling, or they're taking euro, or whatever they're taking. But you don't want to wait to get there and then, see if you forget to to convert the money at your bank. That's my dog Chester is doing that noise. If you forget to get the money convert at your bank, and then be sure to do it at the airport. But it might get a little bit tricky at the airport. But, you know, you're going to have to walk around and find, so kind of look ahead before, you get on the plane, before you decide to say, because the first thing comes to mind, oh man, I want to go to France. Oh yeah, we got our bags ready. We got the money. Yeah, is it convert? What's the rate? Oh man, I don't know the rate. We just had $2,000 that we were gonna go with. Yeah, and what's the rate over there? How much for $1? How long? How can we stretch this $1,000 for 2 nights or 3 nights? So it's good to look up the rates before you go, and make sure you got some in your pocket, and make sure you got some in your pocket when you're coming back, because you're going to have to tip the cab driver that's going to take you to the airport. And as it Jim Ron says, you must, like he says, when you go to the restaurant. See, I used to think that you tip you tip the server after the meal. But Jim Ron was saying you tip the server before the meal, like saying, hello, I want you to take care of us for the evening, and then you present the tip right then, you know. But my name is Taz. Listen, I hope y'all doing good. Click the like button. Love y'all. And see y'all tomorrow, next day, someday. Just have a good day. Um, you know, share love. Remember, convert that money over. Um, Peace out.